save this for anyone, right? Because it's just going to show up on the screen. Yes?
Yes, it's
Yes.
going to show up on the screen. You're going to announce where to find it.
Amazing. Okay. Ta-da.
I've started recording. Yeah.
So I just screen share.
Yeah.
How do
How?
No, yeah, and I don't see the option.
Open share tray, the middle button on the bottom of your Teams.
I got it. Never mind. Stop. I'll be quiet. That's all I needed.
All
Everyone
right,
see?
we see you. Yes.
Yes. Where's the full screen mode?
It's in full screen. Looks like.
No. Do you see
Are you
full
on two
screen?
monitors? Yeah, I see.
I'm on.
I
You
see just the
full screen?
slide.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, even better. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so this is our new Radius brand presentation that has taken a lot of love and care from our team, and excited to announce it. Really wanted to provide a unified new packaging, new images, new brand tone and vision for you all to speak to in your sales presentations, and also to grab things from in order to provide better sales tools for you as you speak to your buyers out there and stores and accounts and everything. So better by design, good kind of compilation of all of our products in the current and the now. So born by challenging the norms, our quote was, "Show me the deep end," in the beginning of Radius. So that's how
Saskia,
Radius
sorry, before you get
began.
started with the slides, do you mind just sharing where this can be found for people who are looking for it
Oh,
on recording?
sure. Yeah, it's going to be found under sales, under SharePoint sales, and then presentations, and then 2019. It should be called, I believe it's called 2019 Sales Presentation Final, or Radius 2019 Sales Presentation Final. But yes, that's it. Is that good enough?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So originally, kind of the quote that was the guiding light for Radius in the beginning, was "Show me the deep end." We were really very much focused on challenging the norms, inspired design, not being a Me Too brand. And so from that point, a toothbrush evolution began, which was basically first circular toothbrush that had ever existed in the history of man, actually. And as you know, there's the neem stick, which is the original toothbrush straight out of a tree, and then all these different evolutions and renditions and revisions of the same shape. Never had there been a circular toothbrush, circular head, or circular thumb grip, or anything of the sort. Kind of an inspired reassessment of what was really needed by the human hand and also by the mouth to make it both enjoyable but also effective in a really solution-driven product line. So from the original toothbrush, Radius has expanded to be an overall oral care brand. So Radius is an oral care company inspired by nature, designed with purpose, and powered with care. So what, as an over broad reaching, Radius, we are different and you love us that way. Radius today encompasses a lot more than just a toothbrush. We are an entire oral care philosophy and an entire brand. And so with that comes everything that we believe is correct in the way to make a toothbrush, design a toothbrush, and bring it to consumers. And the reason to be and the reason to design those products are both inspired by nature and by the people that our consumers, our end consumers, those who we design it for. A better mission. So we are a small company with a very big passion. Currently run by CEO, me, Saskia Foley, geeks about teeth, live and breathe toothbrush making. We constantly push boundaries and seek to inspire through innovation. What do? We make unique, unconventional products that challenge the norms, and in both materials and design that actually work. And then how? We design and manufacture innovative, game-changing products that inspire you to think bigger and love the difference. Again, that ties back to we think differently and you love us that way. Radius is a truly different company. We embrace it. We embrace our differences. We embrace being different, much in the same way that this world today is embracing all the differences of people and humanity. We want to do the same. We are a different kind of company. Why? We believe that you don't have to make choices between quality and design. Perfection can be found in both. Sorry, hold on. So core values. These are being honed in on. I just wanted to be clear about that. This is still going through a brand strategy process and deep dive. But optimism, we believe in the powers of moments, starting and ending the day right. We're honored to be there in those moments. We started this company with a hopeful fearlessness that we needed to create a better, more beautiful way. We lean in. Craftsmanship. We take challenges head on and all in. We are doers. We are never on the sidelines. We take action and we fix what's needed. From our founders' architects' roots to our daily commitment to always get better, we strive to bring that grit and attention to detail to everything that we do. Integrity. We pride ourselves on our humble roots and down-to-earth, homegrown nature. We hold ourselves and those close to us to a higher standard out of respect for our present and our future. That goes for our mouths, our families, and our planet. They all need nurturing and care. Compassion. We are founded by a deep passion, compassion, and care for craft, for people, and for their families. We care in all that we do. We move with empathy to our customers, to the planet, and to our role within a larger sphere. We are Radius, and our commitment is to the greater circles we connect. So here's a good overview, kind of our brand guardrails. I think it's important. Again, this is not always specific for a buyer presentation, but this is a really great one for a training. What we are design-led, we are natural, we are responsible, we are effective, we are family first, we are caring, and we are focused. What we are not inward facing, we are not crunchy, we are not preachy, we're definitely not ivory tower, we're not homely, we are not soft, we are not all things to all people. We understand this about ourselves. We're not trying to be the Me Too that's in every shelf, in every store that looks exactly like the other guy. We are a very different offering. And that is very deep in our company from all levels. The Radius core consumer mindsets. I wanted to put this in here because I think it's incredibly important for us to understand who our customer is, our consumer is, let's say that. The conscious carer, there's two types we have today to talk about. The conscious carer. The center of our bullseye is a woman we call the conscious carer. She knows the preciousness of time, the texture of quality, the value of trust, and the charm of a shared passion. She puts her kids first, looks out for them and guides. She instills the values of her own upbringing and years of experience to be the best mother she can be and the best support system for her friends and family and others that she encounters and touches with her heart. She shops natural for her children's health and longevity. She shops brands and stores she believes aligns with her. And when outside that, hey, it's convenience, the days are jam-packed. She becomes a casual ambassador in the most natural of ways. She commits and she cares. So this is the checklist of why we meet that conscious care. This conscious care seeks premium health and wellness services and consumables. They seek a healthier, more natural way in nutrition and elsewhere. Seeks convenience and is open to new things. Values a life of purpose and passes that on to her children. She is not willing to accept the status quo, and she makes waves and isn't bashful to stand for what's right. She believes in a clean mouth, and good manners are where it all starts. So this persona, this person, is something that you should be speaking to in a way when you think about how to really capture the correct buyer or the correct conversation. When you want to have this behind you, you're going to talk to that person on the phone or that person in front of you in a meeting, and or that person in the aisles of the store shelf, and you're going to say, I know who our consumer is. I understand what she's looking for. And if you don't have us on your shelf, she's not going to find what she's looking for. Do you want this person in your store? You do. She's actually already here. And we are here to capture her and her attention. Oh, this one. Okay. Anyway, there was another one. Impactful by design is kind of an overview of our kind of trust markers, as it will. So this is a made in USA, big trust marker right there. We're dedicated to making our own products on our own machines. This allows us to control the entire process and ensure you're getting the highest quality product possible. There is no freight boats coming from China. There is nothing of the sort here. We do make them all. All toothbrushes are made on our machines. Everything is made in the USA except our floss. We are very, very focused. ADA accepted. We're the only natural toothbrush brand that has all of our toothbrushes are ADA accepted. It is a big deal. Non-toxic. All of our products are BPA free, lead free, phthalate free, and toxin free. Women owned. We're certified and proud to be certified women owned. USDA organic. We're obsessed with creating the highest quality product possible, and that includes going organic whenever possible. Cruelty free. We don't test on animals. We never have, we never will. All of our products, except for Silk Floss, are vegan. The Silk Floss is simply not vegan because it is made from silkworms. Silkworms make the silk. Logically sustainable. We care about what happens to our products at the end of their life. That's why we make as many of them from bioplastics as possible. Low energy manufacturing. We are conscious of our impact on the environment from packaging to machinery. Our products are produced on low energy machines with little to no waste. Green by design. As a company, one of the main things that we're really focusing on and kind of unpackaging this year and have a mission by the end of 2019 to be both biodegradable and bio-based. I'll tell you about it in a second. But overall, we're really unpacking this logically sustainable mission statement. And what that means is at the end of the day, there's a lot of companies that will tell you that they are sustainable, but it's not a logical sustainability. I will get into it in a little bit, but it's basically this. We're not into greenwashing. We're not into fads. We're not going to claim our products are sustainable when they're not. We use logic and innovation to create products that make sense for you and for the environment. We have low energy production, botanical-based inks, bioplastics, sustainable materials, recycled packaging, and non-toxic, among a few of the total attributes that we carry with all of our product lines. Sustainable by design. This is a bioplastic 101 for you guys. It's the biggest thing out of this is bio-based does not equal biodegradable. One of the biggest problems out there is people don't understand the difference between bio-based and biodegradable and what that really means. Bioplastics are can be bio-based, biodegradable, or both. A bio-based plastic is a material or product that is partly derived from a plant, say sugarcane or cellulose, which is made from like renewable timber. So our Big Brush toothbrush is made from cellulose. That's from renewable timber. Our source handle is made from bioplastic because it's a bio-based material because it has 50% of a natural fiber, say hemp or wood or currency, which is all upcycled waste product, natural fibers, and then it's mixed with a recycled polypropylene. So a bioplastic can be bio-based, which is what our current handles are, or biodegradable, or both. So a biodegradable product is a process during which environmental microorganisms convert materials into a natural substance such as water, carbon dioxide, or compost without the need for artificial additives. This process depends on the surrounding environmental conditions such as location and temperature. Biodegradability does not depend on the material source, but rather its chemical structure. So just to be clear, you could actually have, so meaning 100% bio-based plastics may not biodegrade, and 100% fossil-based plastics could potentially biodegrade. So they are very different. I know that's a lot of information, but just to be understanding, you can actually have something that is fossil-based, like as in petroleum oil-based, and it can actually biodegrade based on the chemical structure of how that plastic is made. But you could actually have something that's made 100% from sugarcane, but it may not biodegrade because it's made as they took basically something and made it into plastic, and plastic, just plastic, no biodegrading plastic, just plastic. So it's a very complex conversation, as you can see here. One of Radius's, and I'll get into it, but the biggest problem that we have is that we need to understand where our products end up. So that's the biggest portion of what Radius believes illogical sustainability is about. Our logical sustainability message has to be about the fact that basically 99.9% of toothbrushes end up in landfills. There is, even if you're buying a bamboo toothbrush, you are not composting it in terms of the majority of the population. Everybody might be buying a wood toothbrush, but it's not going into the compost bins. It's going into a landfill because they're throwing it away. And so you can have as many bamboo toothbrushes as you want. It does nothing. It's still going into a landfill. It's going to act just like a plastic toothbrush. In fact, worse, potentially, because if you make a plastic toothbrush that has an additive in it that makes it biodegrade in a landfill, like a natural additive that makes it biodegrade and attract bacteria eating, like that'll break it down, you actually have a better product because then that product is guaranteed to break down in a landfill, unlike a bamboo toothbrush or a bag of leaves for that matter. A bag of leaves has been proven to sit in a landfill for 100 years. It's just a bag of leaves, but guess what? There's no bacteria to break it down there. It's not a bacteria-rich environment. So sustainable by design, our sustainability mission, and others too. What other brands would want you to believe? They want you to believe that bio-based and biodegradable are one and the same. They are not. The truth, it's a sad fact that many products on the market today claiming to be biodegradable are not actually a sustainable or smart choice for consumers. All they're doing is making a knee-jerk reaction based on knee-jerk claims that it's going to biodegrade. But where? Where is it going to go? What's going to happen to it? That's the conversation that's not happening. That's not logical sustainability. The Radius mission, we design products with longevity in mind. We want to reduce or even eliminate waste by making products that last longer and have a logical life cycle. We start with a biodegradable bioplastic that does not use fossil fuels, and then it is able to biodegrade back into the earth. Our goal for 2019 is to have the entire Radius collection be biodegradable. That is the summation, and I'm happy to explain more offline, anything, but I want to summarize that for you guys. Our ultimate goal for the end of this year is to be both bioplastic, that means a biomass start made from non-fossil fuels, and a biodegradable end, so that when it does go into the landfill, which we know it's going to go into the landfill because that's the ultimate end zone for all types of all toothbrushes, we want it to biodegrade, unlike all of those other toothbrushes that are not biodegrading. And then, just a small fact, did you know that 4.7 billion plastic toothbrushes are dumped into landfills and oceans worldwide each year? We believe in being logically sustainable. So next slide on sustainable by design, logically sustainable, designed with product life cycle in mind. Replacement head technology. So one of the forefronts of Radius's belief is that if we can reduce the amount of product thrown away on every cycle of reuse, right there and then you're stopping a whole issue of landfill filling up or any other issues of going into oceans and water streams and being just dropped on the ground. Even though the recycling programs exist, which are great, 99% of toothbrushes we use every year wind up in landfills. It doesn't matter if they are made from bamboo, recycled plastic, bioplastic, or regular petroleum-based plastics. The important question is to ask, how can a toothbrush break down in a landfill quickly? With Radius's replacement head technology, consumers can now save 91 to 93% of toothbrushes with each use. If each consumer switched to a replacement head toothbrush, there would be 5 billion less toothbrushes in landfills each year. Plant-based, and so going over to the image, this is an example of our replacement head source toothbrush, but of course we are also coming out with our big brush replacement head toothbrush in October of this year. Plant-based handle, plant-based bioplastic handle made from materials such as hemp, coconut, husks. Bagasse means like the end product. It's basically the waste product. So hemp and coconut husk bagasse renewable timber, and also castor plants. Replacement heads that have plant-based bristles. So the bristles themselves are a bioplastic. And again, our core focus for the end of 2019 is to also have both of the handle and the head be biodegradable as well. So sourced from bioplastic, a plant-based plastic sourcing, and a biodegradable end of life when it hits that landfill. As we all know, replacement heads are the only portion of, the head of a toothbrush is the only portion of the toothbrush you cannot really recycle because it has metal staples in it and because bristles and the head material are two different types of plastic. That is not just Radius, that is across the world. Our new packaging suggests people clip the head at least. That's one way. And at least the small head, even if it's a one-piece toothbrush, can go into the garbage and the handle can go into a recycling bin. But with our replacement head technology, we're just throwing away the one piece that cannot be recycled or kept. So, and then the heads themselves, by using replacement heads, you reduce the toothbrush waste to 93%. So again, continuing on with this design with product life cycle in mind, the front of life plant-based materials, Radius has used plant-based materials since 1982. Our products are made from plastics sourced from renewable resources such as timber, hemp, paper, starch, coconut husks, and more. The ultimate goal is use the material with the least CO2 footprint in both front and end of life. To clarify, the front of life means when it's produced, when that plastic has been produced. The end of life is when it is breaking down. Even when it goes into a landfill, methane gases are coming off of landfills, and so all of that is all part of an energy production process that we need to control and be aware of. We need to close the loop of all of our products and to understand the full life cycle and to be responsible for those. And Radius as a company is dedicated to being responsible for the full life cycle of our products. Sustainable by Design continued. My goodness, I know it's a lot of education, but we really wanted to dig in here, guys. This is us. This is who we are. So we needed to educate. End of life biodegradable, 100% recyclable, and 100% landfill biodegradable is our goal for end of life biodegradability. So our products can end up in a recycling stream, but they can also end up in a landfill and break down at end of life. That is like a double whammy. So it's both recyclable and also when it finally does hit a landfill, it will break down. As the world continues to theorize about the best options for end of life plastics, Radius has decided to take an honest look at our own products and the recycling streams available into the markets we sell. 99% of the products we make end up in landfills, not recycling streams. And we believe it's time to plan for that inevitable end by ensuring our products do not stay in landfills for hundreds of years, the way a garbage bag of leaves will. What's in a landfill? Packaging material makes up about 1/3 of an average landfill. Every year, each American throws approximately 1,200 pounds of organic garbage that can be composted. It's crazy. The United States produces the most trash in the world at 1,609 pounds per person per year. This means that 5% of the world's people generate 40% of the world's waste. The US population discards, I mean, this is just a lot of stats, but these are great. These are great just pieces. And we'll be really working on our impact messaging too. I just want to state that. We're going to be coming up with some really great kind of resonating just one-liners, one momentous piece to really understand like the impact that Radius has on reducing the carbon footprint and reducing the waste cycle. So just leave with that. But this is what we're fighting, and this is what we're really building our brand to address, because we do know and believe that we are actually the experts in this, and we want to kind of spell that out to everybody else. This is a intense grid for you, but this is actually where Radius is today in terms of both. So coming from the left, you've got product, the life cycle of that product, how long it will be in use. That means the current material being used for that product, the current end of life turnout for that product. What's going to happen to that product in hopes versus actuality? In fact, I will say the floss, the floss and the toothpaste should both also say landfill or recycle, to be honest. I can fix that. The recycling symbol, appropriate for that product. And then the packaging. This is current packaging. I just want everyone to know that. just so you know, then from that point forward, from 2019, the front of life material goal and then the end of life material goal, that refers to the product itself, and then the packaging end of life, front of life, and end of life goal. So we have a 2020 packaging goal. Right now, we have great packaging. It's all of our packaging is recycled PET, which is the same as soda bottles. So it's recycled soda bottles and then 100% recycled cardboard. So we have a great packaging component. I think we can do more. I think we actually can have biodegradable packaging. Um, and so that's what I'd like. I mean, obviously cardboard is biodegradable, but it has, in compost heaps because it's paper. But, if you get it to a landfill, it's not going to. Excuse me. And also our toothpaste tubes are also MDPE, which is a biodegradable. I mean, it's a fully recyclable. It's just like your milk jugs. So it's easily recycled, cycle stream number 2, and then cardboard. So, and number 5 is the cap. So, and our flosses are completely plastic free. So it's just cardboard, 100% recyclable, but also 100% compostable in a home compost environment. So, continue on. If anyone has any questions about this, I'm happy to talk about it. If anyone has any questions about, maybe even feel free to comment in the.
Yeah, we have some questions.
Okay,
We'll
great. I'll take a pause
take all
right here.
questions at the end. You want to take a pause? Okay.
Well, I can, or it's up to the end. I can keep going.
Yeah, there's quick ones. The first question is, what is greenwashing? You mentioned that earlier when you were discussing the branding.
Greenwashing is basically when when someone basically says this is really going to help you and it will help the environment, you should buy it. And yet no one asks deeper questions, and they're using it as a ploy to sell more products, but it's actually not the most logical or even helpful option on the market to actually be good for the environment. It's not actually good for the environment. And I'm not going to throw preserve under the bus in a bad way. I'm just going to use it as an example. It's when you make a suggestion like, let's ship back a single toothbrush at a time to Massachusetts, and then it's going to get shipped from Massachusetts to Wisconsin to their contract manufacturing injection molding facilities. Someone else makes their toothbrushes for them. Someone's going to regrind that toothbrush, and then it's going to get packaged and injection molded and packaged. Or actually, they claim maybe it's going to make a park bench. We're not really sure. And so that fact is that if you actually do the math on a full product, a human's life cycle of toothbrushes, it's actually only 25 miles in gas. So I'm talking like from the ages of like 2 to the age of 100. If you had 4 toothbrushes a year, either every single year of your life, 4, I'm saying 4, not even like 2, whatever, it would be only 25 miles in gasoline. You use that up and well beyond by sending a toothbrush across the country, and then for it also to get repackaged, et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of the question. It's like people love it because it sounds great, and the company who created it knows that. It sounds cutesy, it sounds heartwarming, it sounds like, oh my God, I'm going to solve the world's problems, but it's not actually logical because of the issues of just like what's available today in the market and what's really happening with and really taking a look at the math behind the whole thing. So that's what greenwashing is. Same as bamboo, which is a very relevant component to our conversation today. Bamboo is getting made in China. Bamboo toothbrushes are getting made in China. They're getting shipped on huge freight liners or air freighted over here, which one airline flight will take up the entire United States' use of bags in like one trip. I mean, it's insane. So of plastic bags. No one even looks at it, or questions how much fuel is being used up by freight liners that go ocean liners, and then also airplanes every time we fly somewhere. It's massive behemoth levels compared to a toothbrush use situation, but they're doing that and using up all of that oil to get a bamboo toothbrush to the United States, just as using the United States as an example, or all over the world. That's the irony, right? That's greenwashing. It's saying that, oh my gosh, use this bamboo toothbrush. It's made of wood. It's wonderful. But guess what? Really low paid labor in China is hand drilling that. And then they're putting it in lots of packaging. And then that packaging is going to cross the ocean and come to the United States. And then someone's going to use it for 2 months because it doesn't last very long because it's a bamboo toothbrush. And then it's going to get thrown in a landfill. And then the packaging is going to get thrown in a landfill, and someone's going to have to go out and buy another toothbrush for exactly the same amount of process and cycle. That is not logical. That's actually adding to the problem from all levels of it. But people love it because it sounds really good. And they think that that makes so much logical sense to them rather than digging in and saying, what's the story behind it? So does that answer?
Yeah, I think that's great. There's no other questions at this time.
Okay.
There's some comments on some of the slides for future suggestions.
Okay, awesome.
You can look at those offline.
Yeah, of course. So next, we're going to pop into Popular by Design. This is just a really great snapshot of Radius in the news and editorials, and all of our awards. Again, this is not all of our awards, but this is a nice choice selection of them to really highlight Radius's popularity in the news and in fashion. And also, we will be improving, obviously adding to this, updating this as we go, because we, with Ledford and Rhodes as our new marketing agency, they will be feeding into all of these bits. We'll be getting a lot more. In fact, some of the stuff that we should probably update would be, for example, the Tour Travel Toothbrush was in New York Magazine recently, also just was on Posh.com, which is Kourtney Kardashian's website, and also in the Washington Post. So we could probably get that in there and some of the other most recent sightings that we've seen. Social by Design. So this one is a really good kind of graphical image of how much involvement Radius is having socially with social influencers. One of the biggest things that we as a company are learning with our new marketing program, and really delving into who Radius is as a brand, is finding out that honestly our largest potential for target growth is the influencers, the groups that are on social media and online in general. Radius really is a fun brand as much as it's got this like serious, we are experts component. We are a fun brand, and we are different. We are different. And so, being able to speak to that in the social by design side of things, is really a core area for Radius's growth. And so, here are just some snippets of what we've been doing and what the team's been doing. But if you ever need more, please let us know. The point of this, the purpose of this and all of these slides is for you to be able to use them to show your stores, your buyers, your corporate, your every single level. You should be actively taking pieces, sending these out, using them wherever you want, and truly talking about Radius and showing how much we're doing to build the brand too. So digital demos. Oh, that's exciting. Add header. So am I on an old one maybe? I hope not. Let me just say something. I don't think so. That just was a typo. So basically, we did a bunch of digital demos, and digital demos are super amazing. I don't think we've had the presentation, or maybe have I missed it? But so the whole purpose of digital demos, instead of spending, about tens of thousands of dollars a year in store demoing, which we weren't sure really what the ROI was, simply because it depends on traffic, it depends on the weather, it depends on like the demo person. Are they amazing or are they not? Are they half-half? So we really, weren't able to fully calibrate. We did, but it just wasn't, seeing the turns that we felt that was potential. So we actually went to a digital demo program with Social Nature. And so what they did was basically targeted our stores that we're actually located in. And then we picked one product that we knew that were in the majority of the stores, for example, the Tots toothbrush, and we sent out coupons to them. And with those coupons, it was to get one for free and then a follow-up coupon to buy one, get one of any Radius product for free. And then basically this reached out to a huge network of social influencers, which was just fabulous. And so we have seen some really great traction. As you can see, we had our own hashtag of #try natural. Consumers wanted to try. So it was 19,614 consumers in this program wanted to try a Radius Tots toothbrush. We only did, I want to say we only did 2,500 or 3,000 activations, but of them, there was 19,000 who really wanted to participate in this. 95% were female, 65% were aged between 25 and 44. 85% have children. 96% of them had never tried a Radius product. That is a huge shopper acquisition opportunity. And so that's really where I think is, and this person, this 95% female, 65, the 25 to 45 have children, that is your conscious carer that I spoke of before. That's exactly who we're targeting here, guys. So I want you to just have that in your brains. Just remember that. Obviously, this was the Tots toothbrush, but the same thing goes across all of our lines. You know, this is a persona that we really, really kind of connect with. And what's really, really, really great, and I want to say great because also frustrating is in the word here, but great is that 96% have never tried Radius products. That means we have a lot of awesome work to do. That means we have a ton of opportunity to get out there and expand our distribution and really get some trial on. We need more placement. There are people who want us online and offline. And top purchase drivers for the kids' toothbrushes in terms of the attributes, brush head size and shape was 29%. The bristle softness was 24% of the reason people bought it and liked it. Clean materials used, that non-toxic, 12% of that was the reason why people loved our products. Easy to hold handle was 12%. The brush side, 8%. Fun colors and shapes, 6%. Price, 4%, and other 2%. So packaging and website is already doing a great job of highlighting these. We need to continue to communicate to potential shoppers and buyers. The reason people buy our products are because of the brush head size and shape and the bristle softness, as well as the non-toxic message. Some of our favorite social posts so far. These are just some really great ones showing all the kids using they're so cute. I love these so much. And we have a ton more if you need more. I believe that they are in the marketing library, which we will be discussing next week. Oh, there's a full gallery, click right here. Excuse me.
I also commented that you can find more on the Social Nature campaign at Marketing's Social Nature in the SharePoint.
Oh, perfect. And in under SharePoint Marketing Social Nature. That's right.
Yes.
But there should be in the marketing library too. We'll talk about that next week. What other Radius products are consumers interested in trying? I thought this was fascinating too. 67% and wanted to try the children's toothpaste. 76% were interested. These are just moms. 76% wanted to try the adult toothpaste. 59% were interested in the biodegradable floss. And also, I mean, the highlight, of course, is 81% wanted to try the adult toothbrush, specifically the Source. That's fabulous, right? Like they were interested in expanding and trying more. That means the Radius line resonates them across the board and the Radius brand. And what Radius is trying to do right now is to truly hone in on how to unify us as a company so that it's so much easier for people to pick up us as a brand and not just as a single product acquisition. That's our main focus right now. So market research, this is a word chart. And what this means is in terms of how words popped out to people, the more people that use that word, the larger that word will be across all of the reviews. So clean, comfortable, design, teeth, quality, effective, eco-friendly, soft bristles, results. Those are the things that truly pop out. Those are the words that were the highest used across everyone's descriptions and reviews of Radius. So I think that that's a fabulous way to work too. I mean, this really speaks to who we are as a company. Market research. So a non-Radius user audience panel. Now, this is really great data just for you from a selling, and I really suggest that you use this across the board when presenting to buyers or talking to someone on the phone. You can use these as verbal talking points, and you can talk and just put this in your terminology. Just understand these. Make this back of the hand stuff. You guys should know this. When purchasing personal hygiene products, how would you describe your behavior? Real results is the number one reason why people purchase, okay? So remember that. They purchase because of real results. That's the main reason. The brand is the second most, and eco-friendly is actually the third most reason why people in this user panel. This user panel, we need to add demographics to this. But basically this user panel was, I believe it had purchased one organic product in the last month, had I think it was an annual income of anywhere between, I think, 50 to 100 or 40 to $100,000 a year. There was a couple others. We'll throw those in there because that's important. But this is a non-Radius user, so that means we didn't pull from the Radius website or customer panel or anything like that. So it was real results with the first and most important thing: brand and eco-friendly. What are your first decision-making factors when purchasing oral care? ADA, again, this is the non-user. ADA accepted was the number one most important, and also the organic level, and then the brand and the dentist testimonials. So again, making the point here, both of these, price was actually not that big of a factor in any of them. Okay, and interesting, right? So, and then you can, when you switch over to a Radius user panel and you talk to real Radius users, people who buy Radius, people buy Radius because it's different and it works. Which of the following best reasons why you love your Radius product? The number one resounding reason why people buy Radius is because it has superior cleaning capabilities. 1,000% over all the other ones, not 1,000, about 50%. Compared to the others, superior cleaning. And then you flip back and you just know real results is a big deal for people. That's what we need to be targeting. We need to be targeting our actual solution-based superior cleaning capabilities. And that's what you need to speak to when you're speaking to your stores too. Obviously, design and unique features, that was the next big thing. That's why people love Radius, because we're different and people love us that way. And company value is very important, and also eco-friendly, incredibly important too. But just remember, superior cleaning and us we are different. So again, the Radius user panel, what is your first decision-making factor when purchasing oral care products? For Radius users, design and style, because they've already adopted Radius. So for them, that is the most important point, because they understand that design and style is form and function. And form and function means superior cleaning. That's the fascinating component here. And also for Radius users is the natural and organic was the second most important, which is a really core portion of Radius. And
Hey,
ADA
Sass.
accepted. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to comment. We're 7 minutes to the hour, 23 minutes over. Happy to keep going if you're okay. Just want to be conscious of everyone's time. If you do need to leave, just drop off and we'll continue on. You can come back to the recording. Thank you.
Cool. I'm going to keep going just because this is an opportunity to do the slide. So great. So I'll hit more big changes in 2019 happening. New look, introducing the new brand new toothbrush packaging, rebrand and refresh. So it's a new premium look. Most important attributes are now highlighted. We have logo, key hierarchies. ADA is the most important. Made in USA is next. Non-toxic is next. We decided on logo hierarchy was incredibly important to clean up our brand. Eye-catching on the shelf. One of the biggest things we decided to do was have a clean teeth and gums focus. And so the major component here is that across all of our toothbrushes, we have clean teeth and gums. It is a unifying message. Also, the bigger brush for a better clean. Every single toothbrush has its own reason to purchase. And so we made that forefront on all packaging. Bigger brush for a better clean. That's explaining immediately why is it bigger. It's a better clean. You're going to feel better about yourself. It's going to get in there better, all the betters. Back of packaging. We've decided to move to a diagram. No more heavy words, like tiny, tiny fonts, right? Like we moved away from that. Clear communication about the functionality of the product. We start with a header, and then we give a real reason to be in our, weird, wide, and wonderful, the extra big brush head plus the funky angled handle cleans teeth and gums, better to protect enamel and reduce bleeding while extra sensitive to receding gums. And then speak to the true attributes of every single SKU, because everyone is very different. And then we've moved to a green by design sector. The template is the same across all. So we have handles, recyclable, clip off the head, bioplastic bristles, recycled and sustainable packaging, and proud to be made in Pennsylvania. And then even on our little logos, we've got botanical-based inks. We have water-based coatings. We have 100% toxin-free and low-energy manufacturing. Every single product has a toothbrush tip and a brushing how-to. So each one speaks to something that's incredibly unique about the Radius product they're holding in their hand, and also, kind of a general idea about instruction about toothbrushing. And then every single packaging also sheds, discover more about our clean and green mission at madebyRadius.com. So Really excited about this. Also, very explicit and clear instructions on the recycling logos, something that we've never really done before, and I'm really happy to see on here. Also, with our new packaging, I just want to be very clear. The perforated back shape is so easy to separate now, and it's incredibly easy to recycle both card and blister separately. They should pop out basically and be unconnected. And for the first time ever, people can actually open our packaging, which has like never happened before. So basically, literally, that perforated shape is almost like those batteries, like the little battery packs. It just pops out. It's like a super easy pull, and it out pops the product. No ripping, no like unable to get that product out. It's seamless now. So kind of up, improvements there as well, just from a structural perspective. 2019 new packaging debut. I just wanted to show you guys. I cleaned this up a little bit. It had already been there, but I wanted to put the real images in there. The before and after. Before is on the bottom, after at the top from the lineup perspective. The entire adult line is based on the plant-based idea, plant imagery, foliage, green, but also premium. That's the whole purpose of it, is the premium nature of it all. And then the children's line is actually the whole entire animal, sea creatures line, really clean, and then it shows the kind of mama baby connection or daddy baby connection, as it were. It doesn't matter. And the kind of idea of growing up as you get bigger and bigger. And so again, the key attribute call out: ADA accepted on all SKUs, clean teeth and gums, unified messaging, product diagrams are easy to read with the feature call outs, and then a unified brand presence finally, with the Radius logos across the entire top, all matching. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no other logos anymore. Look at that. Just Radius, which is the most important part of our brand. So we really wanted to let that shine. New product names. Obviously, you guys know about this one. The original brush is now the big brush. The scuba brush is now the flex brush to highlight the flexible neck. The big brush was really just to speak and illustrate about such a big head. The Source Super Soft Toothbrush is now called the Source Floss Brush. And it also has one head, not two now. Okay, there's no UPC changes on any of these SKUs. The replacement head super soft brush is now going to be called the floss brush head replacement. The pure baby toothbrush is now a pure brush, and the kids toothbrush is now the kids KIDS toothbrush. Source handle materials. Super excited to introduce the new hemp, coconut shell, and starch to our line. We still have currency, paper, and wood. We're adding 3 new materials and probably more to come. All of them are upcycled materials. Basically, they're waste products mixed with recycled polypropylene. Looking forward towards the end of 2019, where we're going to also have them be biodegradable and bio-based, fully bio-based, like 100%. New cassette trays, I think everybody knows about this, but I'm actually going to run through this because this is also the training call for any new brokers if they want to go through it, et cetera, et cetera. New cassette trays, we now have the red sticker on the front of the new cassette trays versus the white sticker, which is the old cassette trays and fit our old packaging. The new cassette trays fits our new packaging and our old packaging. So it should be red at this point. The number 5, all the trays, either old trays or new trays, are all number 5 plastic. Please recycle them. They go into the Give Me 5 program or any polypropylene stream. New state-of-the-art manufacturing facility. Radius has moved. We're very excited about it. We're in construction right now for the second part of this, which is the historic 200-year-old silk mill, or 150-year-old silk mill, I guess. So we're basically, this is our new production plant, which is basically in an L shape to the silk mill. In total, it's 40,000 square feet. Radius is currently moved into this portion, but moving into this portion, which is the fun part. This is our amazing silk mill factory, which we're really excited about, and $5 million project. Completion date is September 2019. We love the kind of synergy and of the idea of our silk floss and the silk mill. Kutztown, Pennsylvania, and the area of Pennsylvania actually was a large silk production area back in the early 1900s. Who knew? So it was a major, major industry back then. Products. This is the new redesign of all of our products. I'm not going to take the time today to go through all of our products, but I just wanted to highlight that it really does an incredibly good job of showing exactly our new packaging, the theme behind our new packaging, and then the real pullout, which is those really key important part, is those diagrams that show the most important part of our products. No more lots and lots of text. It's simple, easy to read, and does a fabulous job of calling out the key attributes. So all of these are in here. Maybe some work to be done on some fuzziness of images. I'm not sure whether those are happening. But again, big brush, flex brush is in here, the sources, the tour travel is in here, all of them. So, and also the paste. So every single product line is in here. Not letting me go forward for some reason. Hold on. It may be catching up. Okay. All of our toothpaste, again, with the ingredient pages, all the backup as well. Our new USDA organic flosses are in here as well, also highlighting the new packaging, which is very exciting, and the logos. And the diagram, continued design theme of the diagram. So our floss sachets, which will actually be going through a revamp as well, but currently still selling as they are. But they will be matching the new branding at some point, either end of 2019 or into 2020. The dock, of course, and the travel cases, I assume, is next, even is delayed. And then our canine kits, and toothpaste as well.